Hello, welcome back to my video journal of my game design process. So when we left off, we had a game that we thought was pretty well done. We had play tested it quite a bit. We had a system and a scoring mechanism. And so it was time, and we had themed it. So it was time to send it out to the play testers and get their feedback. So they've had it now for several days, and some of the things that they came back with were um, the overall point value, playing to 1,000, seemed excessive, and they suggested looking into some way to reduce the overall number or the way the scores. You know, if you bring it from 1,000 down to say 100, is or something of that nature. The next thing that the next thing is they were saying the bonus points. If you remember, what we had is if you had the same suit, each card added an extra point. Those so the maximum number of points that you could get would be like four. Well, you could get a maximum of 8 points if you had both of the point cards and four decorations. So those with a max of just a few points, they didn't feel that that bonus structure was valuable, and they proposed perhaps switching that if you complete a set that you get an extra 10 points or maybe double points or something like that. Yeah, yeah. So on the bonus, and then the other thing that they talked about was putting in a fourth suit, so that we have four players, four cards, four suits, and then the bonus is if you have one of each of the four suits, you get double points, and if you have and then whatever the value of the hand is. And then as far as the points, I've been thinking about that for a bit, and I'm thinking since we only have 16 cards, if we just number them 1 through 16. So it's the whole reason that I had increment them by 5 was to make room for the bonus of the point cards, since we've swapped out the single point cards for a doubling of it if you meet certain criteria, which in this case, one of each, which necessitates the fourth suit. And the suggestion was to make the fourth item costumes. So we would have healthy snacks, sweet treats, Halloween decorations, and Halloween costumes. And I thought that was pretty great. So what that made me think of next with the 4 different categories, and I think it'll fit very nicely. So I'm going to work on that, and the next time we come together, we'll see that at the play table. Okay, so here we are at the test table, and we have the new set of cards here. We see that we have 4 suits now. We still have our healthy snacks, our sweet treats, our decorations, and we've added costumes. And we have the numbering sequence now has been reduced from an increment of 5 to an increment of 1. So now we see our healthy snacks here, 1 through 4, sweet treats 5 through 8, costumes 9 through 12, at decorations 13 through 16. And everything in the rules is still the same. The highest card takes the trick. If you already have a trick, you have to pass the trick. As far as the points go, the bonus points are if you have a trick that has one of each in it, then the points of that trick are doubled. For example, the 10, 20, 14, 32 if you had those 4 cards, instead of it being worth 32 points, it would be worth 64 points. So what would happen? Oh, this doesn't work. Hold on. I think if somebody leads one of these, then that person, the next person is going to play. If they play the top card, the next person's not really going to have an option in order for them to. There seems to be I seem to have done something that doesn't work here. 1, 2, 3, see. Double this. Oh, okay. Here's what it is. I need to change the numbering so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then that way you're going to have a blend of all 4 of them at all of the levels, and it's going to be easier. Maybe it'll be easier. Let me rebuild this hand, numbering the cards slightly differently, and we'll come back in just a moment. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, we changed it so that the numbering and the suits are now crossing instead of together, and I think that this cross hash is the piece that was missing when I was looking at the other ones and talking about the values. So again, if you're able to get 1 of each type in your trick, then the score is summed and doubled. Otherwise, you just sum the 4 cards that you have. And then again, the bonuses is if you get all 4, you don't. That's really the only change. Okay, so let's play around and see what it looks like. You'll notice that the backs of these are yellow. I ran out of cardstock to print on, so I used a blank piece of colored paper to glue together using just a standard glue stick. Okay, so let's see who has carrot sticks, and it'll be a 1. There it is. So carrot sticks leads. Let's see. Let's do. If we get 1 of each, so we'll just get another small one. They're going to be stuck with it. In order to get double points, they have to play 4. So we're going to go for 15 because in that trick. Okay. 14. Go around. Let's see. We can mess up our chances by playing 12. And since there's no chance to get that, we're going to get rid of that. Okay, so we got one. And we with this. Good. You can take that one. And the last one. So here we see the 4 hands. And as we sum them up, the top one has a total of 21 points. The one on the left has a total of 34 points. They also have 1 of each type, so that 34 is doubled to 68. The bottom one totals 31, and the right one, which has 3 decorations, totals 50. You would then write these, each player's score down, and then you would play a total of 4 hands, and at the end of 4 rounds, the player with the highest overall score would be declared the neighborhood Halloween decoration winner.